All right, we're live. Okay, so I thought I would try this out. I was out taking some videos of the neighborhood a while back, and I wanted to take a look at one of the shops that I came across and give you guys some language, some Chinese language that you could use in your own travels. So this is a food stall here in Beijing, and it specializes in Beijing Kaoya. So it's roast duck. And what I wanted to do today was take a look at the whole outlook of this shop. I wanted to go through some of the terminology that you could see. So the next time that you go to a Chinese food stall, you won't be so intimidated. Now, this one is particular to Beijing because it is a Kaoya stall or Kaoya shop, a roast duck food stall. It's not something else that would offer like rice dishes or noodle dishes, which I can cover in another video. So what I'm going to do is give you a look at the picture, and from there we'll take a look at the different vocabulary that you can see around it. All right, so starting up here at the top, we've got Pi Jiu Kao Ya, and this basically means here is pijiu, that's beer in Chinese, and then we have Kao Ya, which is roast duck. Now, why is it beer roast duck? No idea. I'm not sure if they put that into the batter, into the mix, if they cook it with beer. I think, if anything, what it is that they offer beer and roast duck, and that's why they've called it beer Kao Ya. Moving on to below here, we have Jianchi, Xinxian, Wai Cui, Li Nen, and then Major Sancha Wu Yuan. So this one is Jianchi Xinxian. This is persist or insist on freshness. Here we have Wai Cui, Li Nen. So it's crispy on the outside and tender on the inside. And then here is every piece is 35 kwai. So typically divide that by 5, you get the Canadian dollar. Divide that by 7, you get the US dollar instead. So jian chi xin xian wai cui li nen. And this is mei zhi sanchi wu yuan, 35 kwai, 35 yuan. So this character here, yuan, is one of 3 characters and words that can be used to identify Chinese currency, Chinese money. The first, the official one is renminbi. The second one is yuan, which is what you see here, and the third is kwai. And kwai is sort of street speak for money. The fourth one would be qian, which is money, but that's more like money in general. So it'd be sanchi wu kwai qian. You wouldn't say sanchi wu yuan qian. That wouldn't make sense. Then also, if you said sanchi wu renminbi, they would know you're speaking about money, so you wouldn't have to say it again. Take a look over to this side. This one here, this little box here, is Jing Dian Mei Shi Tui Cui. Tui Jian, I think it is, Tui Jian. And this is so classic. So the first part's classic. Second part is beautiful food. It means it's sort of delicious or elegant. And then Tui Jian is recommended. So it's a beautiful, classic, beautiful, recommended dish for you to try. I'm not sure if it actually is, but they say these things that typically what you'll see in these Chinese stalls is a lot of beautiful, flowery, almost poetic language used to describe the food stalls and the offerings that they have. Here, moving down to these 4 characters along the side, the first one is Zhao, which is morning or early morning. And then Yang, that is sun. So the like Tai Yang would be the sun, but Yang is like sunlight. Xian, again, fresh. Same as this one over here. And then Bao is a package. So what you have is early or morning sun, fresh bao, fresh buns. That just means that they sell baozi early in the morning. They actually have a picture here of 3 baozi that they would be selling. Those are the steamed dumplings or steamed buns. Steamed dumplings are a little bit different, but same, but different. Can we say that? How's that? Zhao Yang Xian Bao. Morning sun fresh buns. Come and get them. Cheap, cheap. Probably about 5 kuai, 6 kuai, $1 a piece. Not too bad at all. So let's move over to this yellow sign over here, and this is Cui Nen Xiang Chun. So Cui Nen Xiang Chun. Crispy, tender, fragrant, and mellow. Soft, I guess. Again, more descriptive language of what type of food that they have on sale. And here you can see the Beijing kaoya, or the kaoya, the roast duck, in the window. Moving on, we'll zoom in here. We'll take a look at these three parts here. So up here, up top, we have Kao Ya Jiao Yi Jue. And this means grilled chicken legs are exceptional. So they sort of outstand. Kao Ya is your roast duck. And this is tui. Kao Ya tui, legs, chicken legs. And Yi Jue is outstanding or superb. So they're outstanding roast duck legs. Delicious. Of course, going back to this set here where they're like, oh, wow, look at it. So crispy, tender, fragrant, and mellow. They haven't said delicious yet. How true is typically what they say when it's delicious. But you say that after you've tried that, right? Moving down to this one over here, we have Wang You La. So Wang You La. Pull this way, pull to the right, as it says here in English right there. I want to zoom in and take a look at this. It's kind of blurry, but you can sort of see it just a bit general. These are very common in China, not just in Beijing, but throughout the country. You'll see these little stickers, blue stickers. Sometimes they're green, but what they are payment methods. You'll see there's 4 types: WeChat, Alipay, UnionPay, and I'm not sure what that one is. But this here is the QR code that you would scan with any one of those programs, and you could pay. The Chinese up top, although it is blurry, it's very common to see these 5 characters here. So it's Fu Quan Qing Sao Ma. That means scan the code for payment. Again, Fu Quan Qing Sao Ma. Please scan for payment, again, using WeChat, Alipay, UnionPay, or this other one, I'm not sure. It's not Apple Pay, it's something else. Up here, you'll see there's a few more. So they have Ulama, they have Alipay, and I think that is WeChat or Meituan. So these are all Ulama and Meituan. Ulama up here, and Meituan over here. That one, those two are the big food delivery services here in China. And then this one again is just another code in case you didn't see the one that's right down here, but no problem. Scan it, follow them. You can recommend them. Sometimes if you give them a high rating, they'll give you a discount on your order. Up to you whether or not you want to believe the reviews that people leave on some of these sites. But it is very common for restaurants to say, yeah, if you give us a 5-star review, we'll give you 10% off your order, basically. Let's move down here, take a look. So here is your Beijing kaoya. That is the roast duck that has been sacrificed for our hunger needs. And here they sort of give you a promise. This is their what they will persist in. This is their duty, their mission. 我们承诺, our promise. So we promise the following. And we'll take a look into here. 坚持新鲜. So we persist or insist on freshness. Then we have 确保品质. We ensure the quality. And here we have 连锁品牌. Chain brand. So I guess the inference here of 连锁品pan is 品牌,品牌. That is saying that they are part of a larger company, that they're upheld to some standards. They're not just a run-of-the-mill mom and pop shop where the quality could vary from time to time. Finally, we have 同意 收价35块，35元. So 统一收价, that's same price, it's a uniform price of only 35 kwai for the chicken. Now, to be honest, 35 kwai for a roast duck is a little bit cheap. There are a couple other places you could go. The big ones are Quanzhoude and Dadong. They are the roast duck sort of specialists in China. So, and their roast duck are a little bit more expensive than that. We're talking like 100 kwai, maybe 150, 200 kwai, somewhere around there. But 35 kwai for roast duck. What you're probably getting is only a portion of the roast duck. You're not going to get the whole thing. Whereas if you went to an actual restaurant, you would get the whole roast duck and they'll chop it up right in front of you. Here, they'll chop it up in front of you, but you might only get a piece of it. So moving on to this other portion here, right beside our unfortunately roasted duck, we have zhengji, shouqiang tui, and then quan chi. So we have whole chicken, we have drumsticks, and we have whole wings. So you can the idea is that you can buy the whole chicken itself, or you can just buy some of the drumsticks, or you can buy whole wings as well from the roast duck. These big two letters here, or two characters, Kaoji, roast chicken, which is not the same as this right here. Moving down to these three signs here, xiao tui, so little, I guess, what is it, drumsticks, I guess you would call it. Upi po, upi bo, that's your neck. So skinless neck, and then pi bo is neck with skin. I don't know why they would sell it differently like that. I guess obviously one's with skin, one's without skin. But if you ever come to China, not chicken neck, duck neck is very common to have as a snack. It's actually very tender. You can eat the whole thing. You don't have to chew around the bones or anything. The bones sort of are edible as well, so you don't have to worry about choking on bones like you would with with fish or some other food. Zooming out to take a look at these big characters, and I kind of wondered why they had this here, because this is actually a different city. We have Tianjin, Xinya, Kaoya. Tianjin is the city just south. It's the port city just south of Beijing, another big city. Xinya, I couldn't get a good translation for this other than like it's a new style of Kaoya, which is roast duck. The problem with having this here, though, is that although they say Tianjin on this side, I'll zoom in, and over here, these two little characters right beside the Jianchi Xinxian are Beijing. So this is Beijing style, Jianchi Xinxian的 Kaoya. But then all of a sudden they have Tianjin listed here as being the style of roast duck that they're using. So I don't know entirely what the difference is. I'm guessing there's a little bit of a difference, but given the fact that Beijing and Tianjin are so close to each other, probably very similar. I'll take a quick look at this one right here. Pull is la. So then you're going to pull. Tui is push. La is pull in Chinese. But these are all typically they're all labeled in both Chinese and English. Moving down to below here where the photo sort of gets cut off. Of course, the big characters here, Pijiu and then Kaoya. So again, beer, roast duck. And you'll see here on the other side, products enjoy great taste. Yes, they do, don't they? But how do we know until we have tried them? Well, they're telling you it tastes great. I don't know what this stuff is in the. This is some sort of sauce. It is not brains, although it kind of looks like that. And then here is a picture of the roast duck as it is with the drumstick right there. This is actually very, I guess, a throwback to how they used to make these things. Although you'll see, these ducks are over a fire. Here's the fire that this food stall has all through here. But the ducks are already roasted. I'm not sure where they get roasted. They might brought in from somewhere else. No idea. But they do not cook them over fires, just like in it. They don't cook them over fires in these food stalls. I don't think it's allowed anymore. I think they have to get them done in a certain place, but I'm not entirely sure. All right, zooming in. So this is where things can get a little confusing when you're reading Chinese. Which way do you read it? The mainland of China has basically moved in towards a much more, well, it's much left to right writing system as opposed to traditional Chinese, which consists of going from top right to the bottom and then moving leftwards. I guess kind of like Arabic, but I'm not entirely sure on that one. So this one, you would read it starting up here at Jing, Jing Wei Shizu, and then moving down and then moving this way. So we'll go with that as the way to read this one. First block of text, Jing Wei Shizu, Jing, Beijing, Wei, way down. Shizu, completely entirely. So it's fully Beijing flavor, authentic Beijing style kaoya. Moving down to these characters below the great or beside the great taste. Shijian Shang de Mei Wei, and this is where it gets cut off. Mei Wei. So this character right at the bottom that's been cut off is the exact same one that's underneath the Jing here up at the top. Jing Wei, Mei Wei. So again, this is Shijian Shang de Mei Wei. Deliciousness on the tip of your tongue. This again, they're telling you how just wonderful this roast duck is to try. You have to try it. It's authentic Beijing flavor. It's great taste, and it's right there. You can't wait to try it. It's on the tip of your tongue. I don't. I have never tried this cow yet. I would be a little bit careful about eating stuff like this, only because you never know how fresh it is. But they do have standards that are enforced upon them. They are checked by I'm not sure if it's just the city, the municipal, like the city health inspector, but also the federal inspector as well, I think. But you can come here, try it out, try a little bit, and see how it sits with you. Moving on to the second column here, Ping Hung, Mei Wei. So Ping Hung, enjoy. Deliciousness again, Mei Wei is beautiful flavor. Ping Hung is it would be like your Changping, so products. Hung, I guess I'm not entirely sure how they would want to directly translate hung, but Mei Wei is the beautiful flavor, the delicious flavor, similar, which is what we saw down here before, and what they're sort of telling you with this great taste statement in English over on the side. Next, we have Gong Heng Shiguang. And Gong Heng, again, is kind of like you can enjoy yourself or together. Gong is togetherness, so all together. Heng, again, I'm not sure how they're translating it with, I'm guessing Heng goes with the character before it. So Gong Heng is all of us together can enjoy Shiguang. And Shiguang means our beautiful light time together. So come here, the products are delicious, and we can all share a good time together eating our products that enjoy great taste. Moving on to these series of characters, you'll see that they're all, matter of fact, this is actually very common. And if you take a look at all the characters in front of you right now in this picture, you'll notice one thing. Most of them are in groups of 4. One of them is in a group of 6. Very common. Chinese poetry will group together 4 characters together. And that's why often you'll see like Jing Wei, the first one that we looked at over here, it's an abbreviation of Beijing and Wei Dao. 4 characters seems to be the classic way of describing something. It's beautiful, it's elegant, it's short, it's concise, it gets the meaning across. And so in writing these characters, the characters on the signs here, they are kind of having, I'm not sure if it's so much a throwback to these to the ancient times, but that is a style of of writing, especially here on the mainland, is abbreviating a lot of words, taking one character from this word and one character from that word and putting them together. And although it doesn't, they could create another word. Oftentimes, they're not. You couldn't confuse them for another word. They would be an amalgamation of the two meanings of the two sets of words, Beijing and Wei Dao. So Jingwei would be your Beijing flavor. So you might wonder, okay, so why is this one 6? It has to be in couples. You won't typically have 5. 5 wouldn't be found very much. 4 characters is very common, and then 6 characters as well. I guess one of the reasons for it is that if you have 2 and 2, you have bizarre way. No, I would butcher the explanation of it. I guess the idea would be that you take one piece from each and you put them together, and it makes a beautiful harmony. And then you take 2 more characters and another 2 characters and you put them together, and it's more harmony. But if you took 2 characters here and 1 character there, then it's like you have a third wheel. Maybe something like that. You'd have to check with your local Chinese scholar on why that is. Let's get back to the characters here. So taking a closer look at these 1, 2, 3, 6, 8 groups of 4 characters. The one up top on this side here, again, so you can actually read these either way, mainly because they're just descriptors of what food what this stall has to offer. So here we have Fei Er Bu Ni, and it's fatty but not greasy. Then we have Shou Er Bu Chai, lean but not tough. Moving on to the next set here, Sicheng Zhao Hong, reddish colors. Pi Cui Rou Nun. Pi Cui would be crispy skin. Rou Nun, tender meat. And then finally down here, the last one, Xian Mei and Swan Xiang. Su Xiang, sorry. Xian Mei Su Xiang. Deliciousness and fragrance. So it's Xian Mei, fresh beauty, fresh deliciousness, and then Su Xiang would be fragrance. So it has the it doesn't just taste good; it also smells good as well. Last column here, Wai Xing Mei Guan. Wai Xing Mei Guan. Beautiful appearance, so looks good. Wai Xing outside. Wai Xing is the outside appearance, and Mei Guan is sort of a welcoming appearance as well. Feng Ying Bao Man, plump and full. I've never seen Feng Ying before, but Feng Ying, so it's plump. I guess you could use that to describe a lot of different things. Feng Ying and Bao Man, both third tone. So it's full. Bao is Bao Man. Bao is like your package or some sort of grouping, and then Man is completely. So Bao Man is a full package. You're not going to be disappointed by the size of portion that you're going to get from here. And the last 4 characters here, Yan Se Xian Yan, and that is your bright colors. So Yan Se is color, and Xian Yan is, I guess, some sort of brightness, that Xian Yan, fresh brightness of some sort. So there's the main look at this this Kaoya stall. There's actually not so much writing on this, to tell you the truth, and basically what they're telling you is that the products that they offer are very good. It's cheap or affordable anyway. 35 kwai, and especially as described by these sets of 4 characters down at the bottom, where the products enjoy great taste, which is an oversimplification of the Chinese. One reason why they would put English on a sign like this is to attract an international clientele. The idea is to promote the fact that the food is good to eat, that you won't get sick if you eat it. They are regulated, so I don't want to be making it out to be as of some sort of crapshoot about whether or not you're going to get sick. Again, you do have to be careful if you're traveling in these places, but and I've never tried it, so I don't know. I have had roast duck before, but I usually get them from different Waimai places. But if you order something like this on Waimai, so takeout like Ulama, which is again going into these little QR codes here, Ulama or Waimai, Meituan, sorry, those they could very well be fulfilling the order. So you might look at this and go, "Oh, I don't know why I'd ever want to eat that." But then you order food from your hotel room or something, and it could very well come from a stall like this. You don't know. Again, you could check the reviews, but as I mentioned at the beginning, sometimes they offer discounts if you give them a good review. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. That's been a full look at a Chinese food stall, Beijing Kaoya food stall. Hope you enjoyed that. Leave some comments below. Let me know if I got anything wrong, because I know there's a couple characters that I didn't find an appropriate translation. Sometimes it's difficult, and again, a lot of these with these food stalls, they're basically just promoting how good their food is, and that's about it. So all that being said, I will have the word list in the show notes as well, so you can take a look at that and study these up and prepare for your trip to Chinatown. All right, thanks very much for watching. I appreciate it. Like it if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you want to see more of this content. And as always, good luck with your language studies. Let me know if I could help. Thanks again. Bye-bye.